The Santa Clara County EMS system has several permitted private ambulance providers that operate within the county. These ambulances spend the majority of their time transporting patients in non-emergent conditions who may be going from a hospital to a skilled nursing facility or from a care home to a doctor appointment. However, when the 911 system experiences a surge of patients, these ambulances are often called upon to enter the system and run 911 calls. This could be due to a large incident with many patients, or just an unusually high volume of 911 calls. It is important to note that all ambulances that work in Santa Clara County are held to the same standards and operate under the same policies and protocols. How do private ambulance providers integrate into the 911 system? When warranted, County Communications, or the EMS duty chief, will activate an ambulance query. This invitation to enter the system is sent to all ambulance dispatch centers. The dispatcher is responsible for responding to the query with the number of units available to be placed into the 911 system. The dispatcher will then notify the units they have available that an ambulance query has been activated and they have been entered into the system. The ambulance crew will turn on their county radios and frequency 9 pager and report their level of service, ALS or BLS, and location to County Communications. County Communications may request the unit move to a different location for system coverage or request they remain where they are. All ambulances are required to provide status updates anytime they go en route to a call or post, arrive at a call or post, transport from the scene, and arrive at a hospital. Not only does this allow County Communications to track the process of events, but it allows the dispatchers to know where each unit is should they need emergency assistance. While in the system, the ambulance crew is responsible for monitoring their county radio while awaiting an assignment. When dispatched, the crew will acknowledge the call and respond based on the code of response requested. Crew safety is the utmost importance, and it is the responsibility of each responder to understand the EMS life safety procedures and ensure they're implemented on every call. Personal protective equipment is not only important for the responder, but it also assists other responders in identifying each other on the scene of a call. If the private ambulance is BLS and the patient requires ALS interventions, the paramedic from the fire department will maintain patient care and ride in with the ambulance to the emergency department. EMS policy will be followed for destination decisions to ensure that all patients who require emergency ambulance service are transported to the approved facility most appropriate for their emergency medical conditions. Once the call is completed, the crew will contact County Communications and advise they have cleared the event. At this time, if they are still needed in the system, a post assignment will be provided. If the ambulance query has ended, the crew will be notified of their release back to their company and will be logged off by County Communications. Let's review the expectations for private ambulances in the 911 system. County Communications may contact private ambulance providers to assist in responding to calls for emergency service when 911 system, advanced life support, ALS ambulances are not available. Private providers are made available when private provider dispatch system allocates their unit to the 911 system via ambulance query. Private provider ambulances may respond with red lights and siren when dispatched by County Communications. In the event that a BLS ambulance arrives on the scene and finds the patient requires ALS care, the ALS first responder shall provide ALS care in the private provider ambulance while en route to the hospital. Once a BLS ambulance is assigned to a 911 call, it shall not be canceled based on county ambulance ALS ambulance availability. BLS ambulances may transport patients that would ordinarily require ALS care when determined necessary by the transportation group supervisor or county EMS agency during multiple patient events, local proclamations of emergency, or unique circumstances. In the event that a private provider ALS unit arrives on scene, the call should be managed in accordance with the county transition of care policy. In the event that a non-emergency ambulance arrives on the scene of a collision, illness, or injury by coincidence, the crew shall provide appropriate care and immediately notify county communications by radio and request a 911 EMS response. As you can see, the private ambulance providers operating in Santa Clara County play an important role in providing safe, effective, and quality pre-hospital care during periods of surge, mass casualty incidents, and disasters.